All right, Venus in the 12th house. I can believe this is the end of this beautiful journey, this beautiful labor of love that I embarked on. And this has been exciting. But anyway, so today, right now, we're going to get into Venus in the 12th house. So remember when I started off the series, I told you Venus is having this journey through the 12th house as a way of retrieving, remembering who she is as part of the divine. She is here to experience herself in this particular world of the material, okay, to help her understand herself deeper, help her get deeper understanding of herself and deeper understanding of God. All this has a purpose, you know. When something, if you watch the first video in the series, when something was in the quantum soup with the divine, with the one that all that is, with infinity, everything is one tempo, one tune, everything is together as one. There is no individuality. It's all one with God. And then when it was time for this thing or this planet or this soul to experience this journey for whatever reason, for its own evolution, okay, it's that part of the divine. It is the divine in singularity experiencing this journey as a way to amplify, to understand itself even more. The idea is once you go through the 12th cycle, you return back to the divine. Okay, and it's the idea that we really all never die. We just go back home. We go back to quantum. We go back to the soup. We go back to infinity. We go back to potential, and added that experience to the possibility of that quantum soup, and we all make it bigger and better. And that is the reason why we say that, we all each are a unique expression of the divine. We are all of it, and it's all of us. All of us combined are pieces and sparks of the divine working around, gathering experience. That's what makes the divine present, because we're everywhere. Omniscient, because we all have different experiences and different ways to know things and experience life. The beginning and the end, because once you go through that circle of the one and you go all the way to the last house, the end of this series, this trajectory, this journey takes you back home to the divine, and you get to do this again, maybe in a different location, on a different planet, in a different setting, not necessarily on earth. Anyway, that's just the beginning to just preface where we're going with this. The 12th house is a bit more of a spiritual house. Why? Because it's closer. It is closer to the divine. It's one veil away from going to where you come from. Really. This house is associated with Pisces, and that's ruled by Neptune. And the ancient ruler of that house and of the sign is Jupiter. There again, you see that ninth house keeps popping up, because ninth house was the beginning, the first mastery that needed to be attained, so you could teach it. Okay? Anyway, so just a brief recap. Of course, I'm realizing it has not been brief, the recaps, but just think of it this way. Venus as the entity, this energy, this being, this planet, is the representation of feminine energy. It doesn't yet know it's a divine energy. It figured it out throughout this journey. Okay? It doesn't know what it is yet, because this is a new experience. Having this earthly journey is new. Okay, it's something that she's gonna have to go through the wheels of life to understand. So in the first house, she realizes, oh my God, awareness has come that I exist now. I am in this new place, having this new experience. And now, because Venus is love, desire, pleasure of the senses, aesthetics, she's precious, she's resources, she's bountiful. She is finding out that I have to bring all this energy of me within this experience, but I need to find out what it looks like. So I have an instinct to survive. In the first house, I want to stick around. In the second house, now that she figured out that she wants to survive, she made the decision, the free will to stick around and to experience life. She needs to she had to figure out, okay, resources are needed, because I'm no longer a thought, a blank in the divine soup. I have a body now. I need resource to keep this body running. Oh, I am resource. What does that mean? I'll figure it out in the journey, because I am resource. Okay, and I have the senses now. You know, I have lips. You know, I have throat. You know, I could swallow things. I could ingest. I could consume resources to keep this body going. Okay, in the third house, she realizes, oh, I desire connection. I desire to understand the world around me, to learn from it, and then express, have also my own expression. I desire connection, expression, and just a way to learn what's going on around me. And then in the fourth house is like, okay, so I've discovered, now that I discovered the senses, all the senses, I want to keep these at my breast, and I want to protect what I know, because I know that I need those things. I like those things. You know, I want to keep them safe, and I want to nurture them. You know, realize that, oh, I have my own resources, not only resources that are like, you know, available to me here and there, but I have bosom, I have breast, I have my own built-in nurturing system. Okay? And the fifth house, Venus realizes self-love. You know, I understand myself to be this precious jewel now, because now, you know, because she understands the resources and stuff like that. I'm precious, I'm shiny, I'm this thing that is desired, and I am desired. Look at me. See, I'm mastering this thing already. I'm getting a hang of this earthly realm and this existence of reality. You know, look at me. Look at me. See what I can be. See how shiny I am. See my resources. See how I communicate. You know, see my arms. See my hands and feet. See what fruits I have. And you see that Leo energy, that fifth house energy of wanting to be seen, wanting to express, wanting to be heard, have other people, have being shiny. And then in the sixth house, Venus realized, oh, okay, I have all these things, and I've already been doing the show of bit. I know that I did that part, but I have this basket full of all kind of resource now. Let me figure out how to allocate them and put them and use them, and what else I can do with them, how I could fine tune them, you know. But I have a bunch of apples. Let me figure out how to make apple pies. You know, I have a bunch of lemon. Let me figure out, you know, how to make lemonade. You know, like just understand the refinery of the resources. Okay, in the seventh house, you know, up until the sixth house, it was all about what I can do. It's I me. Look at me. You know what I can do. You know what I can learn. In the seventh house, she realizes the we, togetherness, partnership. Venus there realizes, oh, I don't really want to be by myself anymore. I want you. Come with me. Yeah, I want to go to this, but be with me. Stay with me. Come here. Okay, I could connect with you too, and I could make the experience will be more, just more, because of your presence here. And in the eighth house, Venus realizes, you know, Okay, so not only there's duality that I learned in the third house, there's more of different than in the other that I learned in the seventh house. But there's also other world. There's positive and negative. There is dark and light. Oh, all until this point, Venus didn't know there was also death. Okay, and I had to understand and go to a deep dive in that other world to experience and retrieve that information and become more aware of whatever that is in the below, to understand as above so below. And then in the ninth house, Venus realizes, okay, I did the thing, I understand the thing. Poof, I went through it and I did all the thing. I could teach it now. I'm a master in everything fire. I could teach you stuff. You know, I know it, and I could travel and I could go around and spreading the good education of everything that I know and help the other people that needs me. And the 10th house, Venus realizes everything that is of earth and everything that is her, and she knows who she is now. She's an authority. Okay, she is boss. She is earth. She is it. She's all the resources. She's everything. She has everything within her, built in. She knows her story. She knows what she's capable of. She's shrewd. She's mature, and she's at the top of the ladder. She's boss. And then in the 11th house, Venus realizes, okay, well, I don't only want to whisper over here and speak in the microphone. I want the megaphone. I don't want just the knowledge that I learned from this book, and I do not want to just talk to just you over there in the 7th house and I have access to it all. I want to talk to everyone. I want the megaphone, the mega brain, the mega idea. But at the same time, I still want to stay an individual. Okay, so everything that he has gathered up until this point, even in the riches and the wealth that Venus had gathered in the 10th house, when she realized she has everything, she is everything, she has the top. In the 11th house, she doesn't even want to keep it. I want to diffuse it to the people. And then you get to the 12th house. In the 12th house, Venus had already diffused the things that she had. The riches and stuff, she realized the connection was more important than the riches and the material, tangible things that she had gathered up until 10. She understood that the only reason why she went to the trajectory and become a mastery in the ninth house and wanted to teach it is because she want to teach it to the people. It's all about the other. But in the 12th house, she realizes that the information is not to be kept to myself. And we have that connection goes deeper because I'm heading onward to the divine. Okay? So in the 12th house, Venus realizes that the knowledge that I have, the mega brain gave me access, but I'm taking this to me as far as in the quantum field. It's not to be kept with me as I go. I just add my one drop of water to the sea, because the sort of water mastery that Venus is acquiring here, it's not the little streams and the rivers, the bed of waters that is Cancer, where you get the fishes in there, this water you can drink, right? And it's spring water, fresh water. Okay, and then you get to the 8th house where Venus realizes that sort of water we're dealing with is murky water, water that has temperature that could be hot, could be cold, and there might be some alligators there that might eat you, want to harm you. Okay, so that's a different type of water. Okay, and it goes deep, but deep and dark, deep and murky, deep and swampy. You know, the unknown is still there. It's experiencing the unknown in a darker way, where the unknown of the springs and the rivers, you could pretty much go in there, you could literally see the little fishes and stuff like that swimming, because it's not so deep. Okay, you could stand on it and still be on your feet. Okay, the swamps go a little deeper. You have bigger predators there. The 12th house, Venus is experiencing a different type of body of water, and that's the ocean. Okay, the ocean has things still that we still don't know, that's still unexplored, because the depth of it is too vast for the human body to go, even with all gears. The pressure, we don't have the gears to explore the bottom of the ocean floor, because it goes so deep. There is no way to get to the very bottom of it in this body, in this form. And in 12th house, she's come to the reality of that, that the unknown, the Neptunian things that are unseen are there. You could connect with them differently, spiritually, because you've experienced mega mind of the Aquarian nature in the 11th house. Everything is that connected web, but on a spiritual nature, because right now you're like literally a hair away, a veil away from the divine. You are realizing, just like the divine connecting to you, connecting to us, is something that is conscious or subconscious, that is in the energy. Venus now realized for that exploration to happen in the deep dark water, in the deep clear water, because the ocean is not dark, dirty, murky. It's more clear, but the depth is so deep that it becomes dark underneath. You can't really see. It's not because it's dark water, it's clear water. It's just, it's in so much depth, that you can't see in there. You have to feel into it. Okay, so that's the 12th house. So that, and as far as body, the 12th house, in that energy, this is Pisces, and that rules the feet. So it's the feet and the toes, and you think of web. Fishes have fins, okay? And then the lymphatic system. In the 8th house, you learn that the spleen was in charge of purging the lymphatic system. Because the lymph nodes have to continuously flow. If you do not purge them and they stay stuck, you have to do a lymphatic drainage to drain the swamp. Because if that water is not having any movement, it becomes stagnant, and it could cause the body sickness. Okay, so it was draining it and make sure there is a flow to it. Okay, so in the 12th house, you would see, and that, because that's the last mastery of water, right? Venus now is recognizing itself as the whole lymphatic system, even though in 8th house, the drainage of it happened, of that system. All right, that keeping it purified, because the death cycle has to happen. So to keep things running, to get purification, you see how the dark and the depth and the death cycle is actually really, really, really important in this whole experience. You can't get away with it. You can't get far without it. Okay, in this experience of being in an earthly realm. So you will find it's the emotions. The emotion that you have is very spiritual, is very in touch with the divine. Okay, it's Neptunian, it's otherworldly. Okay, it's in subconscious energetical nature of it, because it's the world of Neptune. Okay, you will find men and women with this, when they understand, because they are so close to the divine, it's a veil away. What they are seeking is a soul recognition. The desire is to connect on a soul level. I've already done the earthly things. I've already understand that cycle. I'm in my last stop here, mastery. Okay? I'm trying to connect a different way now. I am a master of everything. Air, fire, earth. I've learned it all. I've been through it all, through the cycle. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go back to source. I'm ready to go back to God. So these people love differently. Their love is the soul recognition of who we were as a soul. The journeys that we've been through in other lives. Because you're so close to the divine, where you have access to that, the whole experience of the soul journey in every different location and direction of time and place and existence. Okay, that Venusian thing can still tap into lifetimes and past lives we've had as a soul, either on earth or in a different experience. And until that Venusian energy feels that there is a soul recognition there, they know that you're not my one. And when I'm saying you're not my one is because that Venus there has a tendency to look for that twin flame, that twin soul, that what's the other word? It's not just a random union. What they're looking for is a divine union. It's that perfect match of that soul recognition. Okay? It's my not twin flame. I forgot the word. Where like, you know, this is just this one person that just the other soul that brings some kind of completion, because that's this other side of me that I'm meeting in this lifetime. Because we've been through so many journeys together. All right. So what else I can add? Okay, so swim. So as far as the emotions there, the emotions are very deep, but more of a spiritual nature. They're not like the necessarily, even though Venus and the 12 house can tap into both happy and sad, both sorrow and pain and those emotions. Venus there can tap into life, can happen to death, can happen to every rhythms and cycles and of the moon, of the phases of the moon, the full moon, the new moon, and the phases in between. The Venus there can tap into all the everything in the intricacies and of intricateness. I don't know the word. Intricateness of the 8th house and all its nuances of the underworld, consciously and unconsciously. And then choose to actually see things from a higher perspective, as close as it could be, purging away all the gravity that is associated with the earthly experience, because over there she's about to go, she's about to leave that body, she's learned everything, her soul is about to take off, and this is where she's at. Okay, so I hope that was fun for you. I had so much joy and pleasure, and I felt so honored to finally do this and being the one delivering it to you in that way. I hope it was digestible, informative, and it brought you to a closer understanding of the planet, closer understanding of how your expression of it relating to wherever it is in your chart, either as the planet sign or the planet house, where that is. I hope that brings understanding for you. It would be best for you if you listen to it for the house that your Venus is in and for the sign your Venus is in. And I hope that was helpful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope you like it. And yeah, I'll see you for the next series, and I'll see you next time. Bye.